Get ready to witness the most jaw-dropping and bone-crushing moments in NHL history. Although some may find it controversial, we cannot deny that hockey is a physical game.
No chance to defend.
We will be highlighting some of the most brutal hits that have ever been captured on camera. Brace yourselves, this may not be for the faint-hearted. Alright guys, we're starting off with Milan Lucic going on a rampage in the Battle of Alberta during the 2022 playoffs as the Flames and Oilers engage in a brutal game. To start off, Lucic steamrolls a guy in the corner, but he's just getting started. He turns around and goes right for the legend himself, Connor McDavid, and absolutely smokes him, and then brawl between the two teams ensue. It's safe to say the Flames and Oilers have a bit of a competitive rivalry going on. 2022 playoffs between Colorado Avalanche and St. Louis Blues, with the series tied 1-1 in round 2. The hit resulted in Samuel having a broken sternum, but to no one's surprise, he got back up. During a game between the Vancouver Canucks and the Toronto Maple Leafs, Alex Edler, a defenseman for the Canucks, hit Zach Hyman, a forward for the Leafs, with a high check. The hit resulted in Hyman falling to the ice and hitting his head, leading to him leaving the game with an injury. The situation leading up to the hit involved Hyman attempting to retrieve the puck in the Canucks zone. Edler, who was defending, skated towards Hyman and delivered the hit as he was releasing the puck. Edler was given a 5-minute major penalty for charging and a game misconduct. After the hit, tensions flared between the two teams, with multiple players engaging in altercations. The Leafs scored on the ensuing power play, and the Canucks ultimately lost the game 3-2. Edler was later suspended for 2 games by the NHL Department of Player Safety for the hit. The Toronto Maple Leafs were playing against the New York Rangers at Madison Square Garden. In the second period, Leafs captain Dion Phaneuf collided with Rangers defenseman Mike Sauer in the corner, sending Sauer crashing to the ice with a serious injury. The hit sparked controversy among fans and analysts, with some arguing it was a clean hit, while others felt it was dangerous and dirty. The Rangers were angry and tensions on the ice were high, while Leafs fans praised Phaneuf's skill and strength. In the end, no disciplinary action was taken by the NHL, but the hit remained a hot topic of discussion for weeks afterward. Whether it was a moment of triumph or a moment of controversy, it was a moment that would be remembered by fans and players alike. On May 26, 2000, during Game 7 of the Eastern Conference Finals between the New Jersey Devils and the Philadelphia Flyers, Scott Stevens, a defenseman for the Devils, hit Eric Lindros, a forward for the Flyers, with a devastating open ice check. Leading up to the hit, Lindros was carrying the puck through the neutral zone when Stevens stepped up and delivered the hit, which was widely regarded as one of the hardest hits in NHL history. The hit was legal at the time, as Lindros had possession of the puck, and the Devils advanced to the Stanley Cup Finals, where they ultimately won the championship. Lindros, who had a history of concussions, missed the remainder of the playoffs and ultimately never played for the Flyers again, citing a lack of trust in the team's medical staff. The incident sparked debate about the role of hitting in hockey and player safety, leading the NHL to introduce new rules and protocols to better protect players from head injuries. The hit also became a defining moment in both players' careers, with Stevens gaining a reputation as one of the league's most fearsome hitters, and Lindros being forced to retire prematurely due to the toll of head injuries. Lindros was supposed to have a promising career. On December 17, 1991, during a game between the Boston Bruins and the New York Rangers, Ulf Samuelsson, a defenseman for the Rangers, delivered a knee-on-knee hit to Cam Neely, a forward for the Bruins. The hit resulted in Neely suffering a serious knee injury that would ultimately cut his career short. Neely had the puck in the neutral zone when Samuelsson, who was known for his aggressive and physical style of play, delivered the hit. The hit was widely regarded as a cheap shot and sparked outrage among Bruins fans and players. Following the hit, Neely missed the remainder of the season and required multiple surgeries to repair the damage to his knee, While he attempted to make a comeback, he was never able to fully recover and was forced to retire at the age of 31. Next up, Zadorov came flying in like a bat out of hell and just crushed Jace with this massive hit. The impact was so intense, it felt like I was in the middle of an earthquake. And you know what's even crazier? Jace got back up and kept playing like nothing happened. I mean, this guy's got some serious Canadian toughness, eh? But let me tell you, that hit was no joke, man. It was like watching a scene from a Hollywood action movie. And if Zadorov keeps playing like that, he's gonna have a whole lot of people running scared on the ice. On May 3rd, 2001, during a playoff game between the Toronto Maple Leafs and New Jersey Devils, Ty Domi, a forward for the Maple Leafs, took a cheap shot on Scott Niedermayer, a defenseman for the Devils. Scott Stevens, the captain of the New Jersey Devils, was outraged by the hit and criticized Domi for his actions. Stevens was known for his physical play and hard hits, but was also respected for his ability to play within the rules and avoid dirty plays. Following the hit, Domi was suspended for the remainder of the playoffs, which included 2 games in the second round against the Ottawa Senators and the entire Eastern Conference Finals against the Pittsburgh Penguins. Ladies and gentlemen, we got another cheap shot. This one might just be one of the worst cheap shots in NHL history, because the game wasn't even in play when it happened. On April 28, 1993, during a playoff game between the Washington Capitals and New York Islanders, Dale Hunter hit Pierre Turgeon while he was celebrating a goal? Turgeon scored a goal to give the Islanders a 5-1 lead. As he was celebrating, Hunter skated towards him from behind and delivered a blindside hit, causing Turgeon to fall to the ice with a shoulder injury. The incident caused a lot of controversy and anger, with Islanders fans and players outraged at Hunter's actions. Turgeon was unable to play in the next game due to his injury, and the Islanders ended up losing the series to the Capitals. Hunter faced a lot of criticism and scrutiny for the hit, and it became a defining moment in his career. Turgeon went on to have a successful career, but the incident remained a dark moment in his career, with some arguing that it prevented him from winning the Hart Trophy as the NHL's most valuable player that year. During a playoff game between the Washington Capitals and Pittsburgh Penguins, Tom Wilson hit Zach Aston Reese. The hit was deemed illegal and resulted in a broken jaw for Aston Reese, who was forced to leave the game. I mean, Wilson is known for his physical play, but that was just over the line. He broke the poor guy's jaw, and then he only gets a 2-minute penalty? That's crazy. During Game 1 of the 2021 NHL playoffs between the Montreal Canadiens and Toronto Maple Leafs, Corey Perry, a forward for the Canadiens, accidentally collided with John Tavares, the captain of the Maple Leafs, causing a serious injury. Tavares was stretchered off the ice and taken to the hospital for evaluation. He was just minding his own business, and then wham! Perry comes in and lays him out. And then, to add insult to injury, Perry didn't even get a penalty for it. That's just crazy. During Game 3 of the 2017 NHL playoffs between the Pittsburgh Penguins and Washington Capitals, Chris Letang, a defenseman for the Penguins, delivered a high hit on Marcus Johansson, a forward for the Capitals. Johansson was left injured and had to leave the game. What was he thinking, man? You gotta keep your head up out there, especially in the playoffs. Johansson got hurt and had to leave the game, and Letang got penalized for interference. It's crazy how these hits can change the whole outcome of a game, let alone a series. During a game between the Canadiens and Senators, PK Subban, a defenseman for the Canadiens, delivered a controversial slash on Mark Stone, a forward for the Senators. This was a dirty play by Subban, and he ended up getting kicked out for it. Evander Kane took out Radko Gudas. It was intense, man. Evander came in like a wrecking ball and just crushed Gudas with a massive hit. It was like watching a car crash on the ice. Kane just plowed through him like a bulldozer. The sound of the impact was like thunder in the arena, and the crowd went wild. I mean, that hit was so big, I'm pretty sure Gudas saw stars and was seeing double for a while after. It was like Kane was on a mission to lay him out, and he did it in spectacular fashion. Comment down below, what was your favorite brutal hit? Like and subscribe.